Hey, what's up, guys? Just kind of a short video today. I have to practice for California Ton. I've kind of been putting it off. I just haven't been in the best mood. I've been feeling better, but I'm sure you've noticed I've just been putting up kind of a mic-free stuff. I had a lot of coughing and stuff like that that really prevented how much I could do the mic. And I cleaned my room. Bought a new pillow. Room's pretty clean right now, as clean as it can be with like all the wires and shit I've got covering half the room. I might have like acid reflux disease or something like that. I'm gonna have to go to the doctor. So I don't know. Right now I feel pretty good, and I'm glad that I've kind of stabilized because I'm gonna have to commentate both of those Californiathon runs by myself because like I seriously doubt that there's gonna be anybody else there who will know the games well enough to like be a couch commentator or anything like that. So I will be practicing that probably throughout the rest of the week. I told myself I want to do, maybe if not today, then maybe tomorrow. I want to do a run on both games and practice the commentating as well because I'm going to have to explain what's going on. It's not like, most of the, popular speed games where, everybody knows them and you can get pretty much anybody to sit on the couch and help you out. I'm going to have to do all that stuff myself. I'm glad that I've been using the mic these past 3.5 years, and I've got more experience with that. But today, I've had some people ask about how to get Knights of Valor. Now, I've kind of had a little bit of a love-hate relationship with the game. Like, I like the combat. The gameplay is pretty fun. The RPG elements are actually pretty deep, and they're not too intrusive, except for one part. There is one part that's just, like, really dumb. Basically, every 10 levels past level 20, you have to do like a promotion thing. It's kind of similar to, if you've ever played DFO, or if you've watched me play at least, like the Awakening, stuff. You have to get a bunch of items, and once you do that, you get your promotion. It's very similar there. The issue is that there is no trading. It's not like DFO. If you're starting a character and you have a bunch of others, and you have a couple million in your safe or something, you can just buy whatever materials you're missing and be done with it, and then just do the other stuff, which takes like maybe 30-40 minutes tops. Here, there is no trading. So, for instance, like my Zhao Yun is stuck at level 39 because I don't have enough of the first material that you need. I don't know any of the names. I can't read any Chinese, unlike the Japanese stuff that I play. But I need like 36 more of those drops, and it seems like the only time that they drop is at the end of a map. So I'm going to have to grind out probably 1-1, like the first level, like 30 times or more to get it. But if you want to play the game, it's pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and post the link in the description. Apparently this game is on pretty much all the Asian region PlayStation stores. But you'll probably want to get the Hong Kong one just in case you want to use the cash shop. You can get the cards off Play Asia for, I guess it's supposed to be cheaper than all the other regions, and I think some of the other regions they can't even get the cards easily unless you live there natively. So what you do is you go to create account. This procedure is pretty similar if you've ever made like a Japanese account or a European account or American account, whatever region you're in. It's pretty similar. I'm not going to fill out the form, but you can just make like a trash mail account or something if you're out of email addresses. I have 3. I have a Yahoo, a Gmail, and an ISP one that was given to us when we upgraded our ISP a couple years ago. So I have all 3 of those linked to a PlayStation Network account. So you just want to put an email. I don't believe you can use the same one, but I'm not going to go into this too much. Basically just follow the same procedure you would for creating a Japanese account or an American account. And then at that point, you can just search for the game. The game's kind of weird. It's like all the descriptions and stuff on the store for like the DLC and the game itself are in like perfect English, but then the game is not. There's not like a single word of English in the game at all. Like I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's alluding to like having a an international or English version. But it's pretty easy to find. Just type in Knights of Valor. They have a U in there. I guess that's how they spell it over there. And then you just download it. If you want a guide, the only guide that I was able to find, like the only way I was able to get any bearing on what the hell I was doing at all, was to go on the official site and just Google Translate the newbie guide. Now, obviously, Google Translate is not like talking to someone who can fluently translate the language and, put it into something more understandable, but you can kind of get the gist of it. You can at least learn what all the menus do and stuff like that. The DLC, the way the DLC works, it's kind of like most other free-to-play games like League of Legends, all that other stuff. It's like you can earn the currency in the game, but it's quite a grind. There are 2 daily challenges that you can do, and they're random every day. So sometimes they can be as easy as like just finishing a level without taking that much damage, or fighting 200 enemies. And then there's other ones like getting a 999 combo and doing 200 perfect blocks. So chances are you're not going to be able to get all 30 currency stones every single day you play. And obviously they're not translated either, so there's a little bit of a language barrier issue there. So you can buy them here, and you can get the characters with these, and the prices are different depending on how recent they are. Like Zhang Fei is like the most recent character. I think he came out like last month or the month before. So he's pretty expensive. Some of the other ones like Zhao Yun are pretty cheap because they were like launch characters. Now, if you do decide to buy a character, be it just right out the gate or after you played as like the default or the trial characters for a while, you're definitely going to want to get these packs. The packs give you a pretty broken level 1 weapon that you can use until like maybe level 20 or 30. So basically throughout your first playthrough and maybe halfway through hard mode. You'll definitely want to buy those. They give you some nice experience boosters and stuff. In terms of the rest of the cash shop, I really don't know what the hell is in there. I haven't I haven't really found any resources or guides or anything like that. But that's pretty much how you play it. I just have to warn you, if you do decide to spend money on the game, just be ready for a grind. I really don't know why the game has progression walls at all. Like, the campaign is really not that long. If you go through it with decent gear, or you have someone to to play multiplayer or co-op with, you can probably get through it in like maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours tops. Maybe a little longer than that. I really don't know why there's progression gates that block you from leveling up, and why the material requirements are so stingy and like strict and stuff like that. It's probably the only thing I don't like about the game. The other thing I don't like about it, I guess, is the bosses are kind of boring. They are pretty hard to stagger. If you do break their guard, like you get like maybe a couple hits to juggle them in the air, and then the gravity kicks in like instantly. So the game is really heavily weighted towards just spamming the same move. It's kind of like how DFO would be if it didn't have the cooldown system. Like, if you didn't have the cooldown system in DFO, like, people would just be spamming their awakenings and their cube skills like non-stop. That's kind of how this game is. I watched a bunch of endgame footage before I got the game. Like, before I even got the PS4, I knew this was going to be one of the games that I would cover during dry periods. I kind of wondered why I watched so many different players play with so many different characters, and they all had pretty much the same play style, which is just like spam supers. Like, the combat system is just kind of weird. It's like, it's pretty deep. Definitely one of the best modern beat 'em up systems. It's probably better than Dragon's Crown, aside from the inconsistent hit stun. Like, fighting the regular enemies is pretty fun, but fighting the bosses kind of becomes a chore because it's so hard to like do any safe damage to them. But yeah, if you want to play, you can go ahead and look in the description. I'll go ahead and post my my Hong Kong PSN. I don't use it for anything else other than this. I'll probably pick up Gundam Breaker next month when the translated English version comes out in Asia. But you can go ahead and add that if you want to play, and I'll link to the guide too. So just go to the Hong Kong store. I'm going to put all the links in the description. It's pretty easy. Just make an account. You can just pick like some random Domino's Pizza or some hotel or something as your address. That's what everybody does for the other region PlayStation accounts, and you're pretty much in. You don't have to like solve any captchas in other languages or anything like PSO2. Anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Today I should be streaming, if not both, Basara or Streets of Fury EX. There's actually supposed to be a patch out today, or they're going to give me a private beta code, and I will be trying that out and deciding if I want to do my Californiathon run with that. And I'll also be doing the Thief's Second Awakening on DFO today. Peace.